What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Thin Lizzy. Yes, indeed. How about that? Thin Lizzy making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Davi, and this is actually Davi's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Davi. Hope you enjoy the show. Davi wanted to see me react to this. It is Thin Lizzy with a tune called Emerald. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Thin Lizzy channel, okay? And the video has 637,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Emerald. That's all I got. Look, this is the link Davi gave me, all right? So if we're not in the right place, don't blame me, blame Davi. I'm just using the link that he provided. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Down from the glen came the marching men with their shields and their swords to fight the fight they believe to be right, overthrow the overlords. To the towns where there was plenty, they brought plunder, swords, and flame. When they left, the town was empty, and children would never play again. Graves, I heard the fallen above the battle cry. By that bridge near the border, there were many born to die.
Just like the first.
Outward towards the sea, they come to claim the emerald. Without it, they could not leave.
Yeah, first verse, second verse, same. Root to the 7 to the 3, root to the 3 to the 7, root the 7 to the 3, root to the 7 to the 5. You know, it sounds good. You know, it absolutely sounds good. It sounds fine. It's pleasing to the ear, flows really well. Nothing wrong with it. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's very easy to replicate, very easy to emulate. But like I've always said on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. What's really doing that, the big favor, is the usage of that triplet feel. Now, argument could be made for 12/8. You know, we're in 12/8 time. I'd believe it. If someone were to come up to me and say that, I would listen to this and I would say, you know what? I see where you're coming from on that. I see it. I absolutely believe it. Personally, I'm feeling 4/4 with a triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm feeling. And the reason for it is there's a number of times where that triplet feel kind of disappears. And we have sustain, 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 and that triplet feel kind of disappears. So I'm thinking it's more 4/4 than it is 12/8. But it could also be 12/8 with those, you know, those sustains. So it could very well be. Anyway, let's get back in. Let's get back into this. Let's see where this goes. Ended off pretty strong with the trading twos. You know, one guitar player taking 2 measures for soloing, then the other guitar player takes 2 measures for soloing, and they just keep switching off back and forth, ending with a unison run with both guitars and bass hitting the same notes at the same time. Nice, strong, unified unison run. I like that. Good way to end. It's a good, solid way to end. Yeah, overall, enjoyable. Definitely enjoyable. Now, how's that going to come out when it comes to a score, though? Not sure. I need to think about it. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Thin Lizzy with Emerald. This was a request from Davi, and this was actually Davi's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Davi. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay. I thought about it. I looked at everything, took everything into account, and I came up with a score. So let me tell you what that score is, and I'll tell you how I got there. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.6. What does that mean? Well, a 7.6 will translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this is actually a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B as in boy, B plus letter grade. Yeah, let that one sink in. A B plus. So there you go, a 7.6, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B plus letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Like I have always said on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. For starters, the song is just a tad over 4 minutes. If they had taken this song and tried to expand it out to 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case may be, we would be having a very different discussion here, okay? They kept it short, they kept it sweet, they did what they had to do, and they got out, leaving the audience wanting more. That's smart songwriting. So you gotta give them credit for that, number one. Because I know bands like this in the 70s quite often would write songs that were just way too stretched out, way too extended, to the point where they got stale, they got redundant, they became pointless, and in some cases they even became parodies of themselves. Not the case here. Not the case here at all. It's a pretty simple chordal progression to follow. It's not hard, okay? We're based in A, so that's easy enough right there. In our chordal progression, you know, utilizing ones, the minor 3, the minor 7, and the 5. That was pretty much the entire verse. Whenever we got to the verse, those were the chords we used. And actually, those were most of the chords that we used throughout the rest of the song. Vocals were done well. I liked what the vocals did. They fit the mood and tone of the song really nicely. Musicianship across the board was solid, okay? Bass, drums, guitars in the first half of the song did exactly what they needed to do. Fill out the sound, set up the groove, and keep it solid, filled out, and round. I like it. For this time period, I think that fits. It fits like a glove, you know. The second half of the song, that's where things started to come alive. Guitar players trading off those twos, you know, so they're taking turns, taking 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures. 2 measures come together and harmonize. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That was a nice little shock. That was a nice little surprise. And ending the way they did with the unison line, bass and guitar, all doing the same run. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed that the bassist stayed up on the neck as long as he did. I wish he would have been playing the notes down an octave instead of up here, being down here, so you could have filled out the bottom end, okay? I do see the appeal of playing up on the neck. Every bass player loves getting up on the neck. Everyone does. But for the sake of the song, though, sometimes it's not the best call. Because when the bottom end drops out, all that's left is noodle baking up here. And it can get thin. No pun intended with the name of the band.
I've been waiting all episode to use that pun.
It was done cleanly. You know, the unison lines were done clean. They were done accurately, and they were done very tightly. So, I mean, there's a good way to end the song. You know, it's a solid ending. So, taking all these things into account, the musicianship was really good, songwriting was really good, the execution of the song was really good, the mix was really good, everything across the board was really good, which is why I'm giving it the really good score of 7.6. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.6, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.